for our next example, where last time we just combined them together. Let's see what happens now. 5x plus negative 3x is 2x. 4y plus 8y is 12y. 22 plus 18 is 40. But the problem is nothing eliminated. Kind of like we said, last time was kind of set up special. Here's what I'm going to do this time. What helped last time was that I had a positive 3 and a negative 3. My one and only step that I'm going to show here is multiply. One, both, or neither equations to get opposite coefficients. Remember, opposite means same number, different signs. Multiply one, both, or neither equations to get opposite coefficients. As long as we have opposite coefficients, we're in good shape. What's nice about this problem, notice things like the 4 goes into the 8. So what I want to do is I'm going to multiply that top equation by negative 2. And here's where I got that negative 2 from. 4 goes into 8 twice. They're the same sign, so I'm going to go ahead and make it negative. Watch what's going to happen here. When I say multiply, I mean multiply everything. Meaning my top equation is going to become negative 10x minus 8y equals negative 44. Now, my bottom equation, I'm going to keep the same. I'm not changing it because what I've set up are positive 8y and negative 8y. That's that negative 2 did for me. I want to first look for what goes into. If one of them goes into, and we'll show another trick here in a minute how we can do the same problem, then I can get opposite coefficients. And it's essential that we control the signs too. Sometimes, if they were already different, then I would have just kept it as a positive 2y because I need them to be different. When I combine now, what I'm going to get is negative 13x. Middle term is going to cancel. And what I get is negative, take the sign of the bigger number, 26. Divide both sides by negative 13. What I get is x equals a positive 2. Well, when I say that positive 2, remember, that's only halfway done. I still need to get my y. I'm still going to have the xy ordered pair where these cross. I just have the x. To get my y, pick the easiest equation. Technically, I could even pick any of them that I multiply by, but I'm going to pick the easiest. And then comes the question, do I want them to be all positive, or do I want smaller numbers? It really doesn't matter. I'm going to pick the one where everything's positive, because that's a little bit easier for me, but pick whichever one you want on the page. Take that 2, plug it in. 5 times 2 plus 4y equals 22. And make sure you're plugging for the right variable. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4y equals 22. Minus the 10 to each side gives me 4y equals 12. Divide by 4 to each side gives me y equals 3. Meaning, there's my ordered pair. Meaning, ordered pair 2, 3 is where these two lines intersect. And these would be horrible to try graphing. My slopes would be awful. My y-intercepts would be awful. Whatever these lines look like. And I don't know whether they're increasing, decreasing, steep, flat. I have no idea. But what I do know, that's the point where they cross. What I do know, those are the values that if I plug in for x and y, work in both equations. Now, one thing that I also want to go back and show is 5x plus 4y equals 22. Negative 3x plus 8y equals 18. Multiply one, both, or neither. I picked negative 2 because I got the middle to cancel. That isn't my only answer here. In fact, there were infinite number of answers. Maybe I want x's to cancel. If I want x's to cancel, where I saw that the 4 went into the 8, that's nice and convenient when one does. But another never fail way, multiply by each other's. If I multiply the top times 3, if I multiply the bottom times 5, what I'd have is 15x plus a whole bunch of stuff. What I'd have is negative 15x minus a whole bunch of stuff. But what I'd have is my x's that cancel. I would end up with the same ordered pair that they graph. And what's nice here is they were already different signs. So when I try graphing them, that's what I would want is keep them both positive. Or, if I even wanted, keep them both negative. That would be fine too, as long as I set up same number, different sign, I'm in business. Let's look at another example.